everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Claire and today's video is about what I consider my perfect writing routine if I were a full-time writer. As of right now, I am not a full-time writer, so I would imagine if that becomes the case and I'm always working from home, that my routine would change and morph and evolve into something different. But this is what I consider my perfect routine at the moment. So today I woke up at 7 a.m. I'll show you the alarm app that I am using too. I'm a big fan of alarm apps where you have to get out of bed and take a picture of something. In my case, it's my downstairs bathroom window. So it forces me, I cannot turn off the alarm until I take that picture. So obviously gets me out of bed, which is really important. If I have any other alarm app, even if it's something like a math problem or a mind puzzle, I've had a few alarms like that. I'll figure out the puzzle and then generally fall back to sleep. So I need something that forces me to get out of bed. And then I am not somebody that can just roll out of bed and start working. Maybe one day I'll work up to that point, but I've never been able to do that. So I prefer, especially if this is my ideal routine, to take a few hours in the morning to do other things. So I like to do my hair and makeup, even if I don't leave the house or I'm not really seeing anybody. It makes me feel like a productive person because generally if I was going to school or if I'm going to work, I get ready and make myself presentable. It also gives me a chance to drink my buttered coffee. I don't have breakfast, but I do put butter in my coffee and that's kind of like my meal replacement, sort of. I just don't want to eat in the morning anyway. So it gives me a chance to drink that, watch some YouTube videos, or listen to my audiobook and just get my brain activated and ready to go. I also like to / have to walk my dogs in the morning, so then I get to see the morning sun, get some fresh air. It's just good to get your body moving. And again, just feel more like a productive member of society, leaving my house at least once. That's better, right? There's so much natural sunlight coming through. I feel like it's whiting me out. Also, ideal morning is that I do some exercising and stretching. Nothing too intensive. I'm not doing weight training. Not that I'm against it. It's just kind of a quick thing again to just get my body moving and activated for the day, because I kind of feel like my brain takes a little bit longer to rev up and get focused and get going. And so moving my body helps. I like to do stretches for my upper body and my back because writers and artists we have a tendency to hunch over and have really poor posture, and then strength for my legs. I also like to take the time in the morning to do chores and just feel like I'm being productive. So I make my bed, I was doing laundry, clean the dishes, swept the floor, and none of these things actually take a super long time, and it just makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something. And I also want to make sure that I'm not using that as a way to avoid working on my writing, but rather as something to just get me in the mindset of like, I'm going to accomplish things and I'm going to be proficient about it. So this morning I drank all of my buttered coffee. So right now I have some black tea because I do like to sip on something while I'm working. It's just a habit I have now, and it's still early enough in the day that I can have it be caffeinated. So now I'm gonna focus on actually writing. I like being by a window and getting that natural sunlight. I like having some candles and incense going, and I'm going to play some instrumental music on my laptop. I see a video for Celtic autumn music. You know, I love my Celtic jams, so I'm gonna have that going very, very quietly in the background and then try to bang out 2,000 words for NaNoWriMo. And then depending on how I feel after that, I might shift my focus and work more on editing my first book, because even though I've been focusing a lot on my second book and like NaNoWriMo stuff, I mean, I'm banging out like 2,000 words every day, so I'm obviously focusing on this book a lot. That's the interesting thing about series, is that even though it's broken up into books, it's still one big story. So working on the second book, aka the middle of the story as a whole, makes me think about things in the beginning differently. And so I've just been hankering to work on the first book, but I don't want to do that until I get my word count for this one done. So that's what I'm going to get started on. And before I do, I just want to thank you guys for all the comments and likes and supports that I've gotten on this NaNoWriMo daily writing vlog series. It has been so encouraging. I do read every single one of them, even if I don't reply to them right away, but I try to make sure to reply to all of you guys eventually. So thank you so much. Subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out on the rest of November, and let's get started. So in that last half hour, I have written about 1,000 words, maybe a little under. I didn't really keep track super well, but I am currently at 19,039 words. So I'm gonna take this 5 minutes to go get some more tea, see my dogs, move around a little bit, and then we will come back and work some more. I also wanted to point out that the YouTube that I generally listen to, especially during this NaNoWriMo season, is NaNoWriMo or writing related. Lately, I've been doing a lot of Alexa Dunn, both new and older videos, as well as Kate's Book Date. And she's more of a booktuber vlogger, but I really like her stuff, and I will link them down below in the description box. So I generally don't eat my first and usually only meal of the day until closer to midday, somewhere between 3 and 5 or 6 p.m. But my friend called and I didn't want to take the dogs on another walk and talk to her, so I decided to cook and talk to her. I had some more steak, which you guys might have picked up on is my favorite. Did some chores, hung out with the dogs for a little bit, so I feel re-energized and ready to go. I kind of accidentally brought my phone upstairs, and although when I'm writing, I'm actually pretty good about not looking at it, just in case I'm going to start my forest app, which just makes it so I can't look at any other apps on my phone without killing my tree. I'm gonna set that up. I'm gonna start writing. I'm gonna try to bang out another 1,000 words in a very short amount of time. And instead of listening to Celtic instrumental music, I think I'm gonna look up a writing sprint, probably an old one. It doesn't really matter to me. I just really like, even if they are previously recorded, the competitive aspect of writing sprints. I tend to find them on Kate Kavanaugh's channel, who is another author tuber, so I'm gonna look that up and we're going to write.
You're here!
Alright guys, so I just finished up writing for about the last hour, and I am currently at 20,312 words. So I went a little bit past the 20K mark, which is so exciting. I can't believe it, and it's only day 10. I just feel so motivated for the rest of November, but these last few paragraphs have been kind of wonky, so I think my brain is done with this story for the day, and I haven't decided if I'm going to be working on my first story and doing some editing. But if I do, I will take you guys along for the ride. So it's about 1:30, which is a little bit later in the day than I would prefer for a perfect writing day. But considering I had chores to do and multiple friends have called me, I still hit over my 2,000 goal word count. I still have the whole day ahead of me to either work on some more writing, to get this video edited, and then to also do whatever else I want to do with my evenings. This would not be a bad time in the day to stop writing, but like I said, I've been hankering to do some editing, so I might continue onward, but haven't decided yet. Hey guys, so it's actually not that late. It's only like 5:30 and the sun's already going down, so it just feels super late. But this is the part about working at home, what I'm about to tell you. It just provides a different dynamic for things than going to a designated office space or just a designated area to work, because my dogs have ticks and fleas. Not the biggest deal in the world. Get medication, but they also need to be bathed. The house had to be sprayed down, and we have to wash everything. So that just took up a huge chunk of my afternoon and evening that I just wasn't expecting and wasn't planning for. And I was able to work a little bit on my first book, just a little bit, nothing crazy, just kind of getting an idea of what it is that I'm wanting to focus in on. Once NaNoWriMo is done and over with, and I can really go back and focus in on my first book. But I think that will be all for this writing vlog. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Hope that your writing day was equally as successful. Leave down in the comments below what your ideal writing day is, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Happy writing.